In today's video, we're talking about why you need one of these.
Hey guys, T2R here. Welcome back to the Time Preparedness channel. In today's video, we are discussing respirators slash gas mask. Who should have one, why it would be beneficial, and why I particularly like this one from Parcil Safety. So let's answer the first question simple as possible. Who should own a respirator? The simple answer is anyone that works with or around chemicals, particulate dust matter, or anything that could cause an IDLH situation, inherently dangerous to life and health. Those effects could be short-term, those effects could be long-term. Short-term IDLH situations are in a fire. A fire, carbon monoxide poisoning, will kill you pretty quick. Long-term situations are things that take time to develop diseases. Think coal miners up in West Virginia. You walk in the coal mine, you don't instantly die unless there's a gas leak. But over time, you breathing in all that dust and all them particles, you develop the black lung. So anyone that works with particulates, chemicals in a short or long-term event. But I'm going to raise that. I'm going to say anyone that lives in a city, anyone that lives near a city, anyone that drives through a city, or anyone that works in a city should own a respirator and should carry it with them either in their car or in their work bag. Now, why a city? As we have seen over the last 20, 30 years, cities are more likely to get attacked either by domestic terrorists or by foreign terrorists. Well, what about natural disasters? Let's take the terrorist away and talk about natural disasters. Yeah, tornado comes through, a hurricane comes through, a big fire breaks out. Who knows what's inside of that building? Being a prepper is all about being prepared for the unforeseeable future. You don't know whether tomorrow you're going to go into work and some clown sets off a dirty bomb downtown, or some protest gets out of hand and now they're lobbing CS and CN gas at you, or if you're going downtown tomorrow and a freaking earthquake happens at your chemical facility. And now all those chemicals are mixed, creating a big mushroom cloud of who knows what. You have to be ready and expect the unexpected. By having a respirator available to you, it's going to help you be more prepared. What gives me the right to talk about respirators? Let's talk about a little bit of my history. Volunteer firefighter for over 10 years. I've used SCBAs since I was 16 to 18 years old. I've worked nuclear security, both private sector and the military sector, for almost 10 years now. And in both situations, every single day you're at work, you have a respirator on you. You have a gas mask on you. So yes, I know my way around a respirator. How can you tell that I've actually used one? Look at this. Look at this. You can tell I wear one because I don't have a beard. I also can't grow one, but that's neither besides the point. So let's talk about this. This is the Parcil Safety ST-100X with organic vapor and particulate filtration. This is a full face respirator. They also have half face respirators, which are basically just cover your nose and your mouth and leave your eyes exposed. Depending on your job, depending on what you're doing with a respirator, you can get by with just a half-face respirator. But this is the full respirator. Let's start with the back. You have a 5-point harness on the back. Each one is very simple to use. To loosen it, just pinch it back together. To tighten it, just pull it. Very simple, very soft plastic to go around the back of your head. This right here is the inner seal. This right here is your nose piece. This is your voice box. It comes out on the front. Supposedly with this respirator on, it gives a clearer voice command than other respirators without the separated voice box. Down here at the bottom is where your canister goes. This is a 40mm canister. This is what the military uses. This is what you can find at any Army surplus store. This is what you can buy online from any Army/retailer. So when putting on a respirator or gas mask, the easiest way to do it is move your straps to the front, put your chin in the chin piece.
Okay. Put this hand behind you. Okay. Then, simultaneously, tighten up. Don't over tighten. One more up here. When putting on a gas mask, you want to make sure that it is completely sealed. I don't feel any air coming out, but that's not how you check it. Find your canister, put your palm of your hand over it, and breathe in. You will see it suck to my face. Ready? So let's say I didn't have this tight enough, or it wasn't domed correctly. Like right now, you can hear me normally, and I have to do this. It's not creating a proper seal. Readjust. Chin's in it. Pretty good. Field of vision is very important when wearing a respirator. How is my field of vision? I can see right here, and I can see movement right here. That is 200 degrees field of vision. Movement is also very important when wearing a respirator. I can move freely with no issues and it not coming undone. Fogging is also very important. If this thing fogs up and I can't see what I'm looking at, I might as well be going in blind. Right now, I have no fogging issues. When taking off the gas mask,
undo it, loosen your straps up if you have time. If you're in a situation where you might not have time to loosen the straps up, don't waste your time trying to loosen the straps up. But when you get to a situation where you have a second, loosen your straps back up. Like I said, very simple. Push and pull. Then set it back up, ready to deploy. Now we're good to go. Let's talk about what this respirator will and will not filter out. This is a chemical cartridge. I always get that word wrong. Cartridge. So you're going to filter out chemicals. Good news about this one is it has the chemicals that it can filter right here on the side. Now let's say you find yourself in a situation where there is some sort of chemical spill and you're traveling through it. You're not going to take the time to sit there and go, what's that chemical? Oh, I don't know if, maybe, it might not. Chances are, if it's a chemical vapor, not oil-based, it can filter it out. This is not a NBC filter, but it is a chemical filter and particulate filtration as well. So like I said earlier, your dust particles, your coal particles, your insulation particles, all will be filtered out for this filter. This filters down to 0.3 microns. So very small, it's going to prevent a lot of things from getting in. Now when I reached out to this company, I asked for a respirator that would fit preppers, that would fit those who are preparing for whatever. And they said, well, if you go to our website and you go to the survivalist category, there is one gas mask and filter combo that is in that. That just happens to be this one. They said that people have bought this one in order to prepare for wildfires. Not firefighters fighting the wildfires, but firefighters that are helping evacuate. They told me that chemical plant people have bought this respirator. They told me that construction site operators have bought this respirator. It will get out mostly everything that most people are going to see that is not nuclear and biological. Now, if you want a NBC filter, all you have to do is take this cartridge off, buy an NBC filter, and screw it on. It is the same 40mm cartridge that the NBC filter uses. Nuclear, biological, chemical, same ones that the military uses will fit this respirator. Now, I have no way of testing this against CS or CN gas. I don't just happen to have CS gas sitting around. But the guys at Parcil Safety do. And their owner just happened to have one of their respirators on and gassed himself. He seems to be doing fine. He's dancing around in the video. So I would say it prevents against CS gas. So what do I like about this respirator? Well, I've worn some terrible gas masks and respirators. This one is actually pretty decent. It is actually very lightweight. I like the fact that this is rubber on the back of your head instead of like the straps with the metal buckles, because those metal buckles will dig into you. This is a very wide face piece, which I like, because some of them you get and they're down here to this first little line. And so if it's not tight, if it's not perfect, it's not going to work. This one, you have a lot of extra fabric to go around places like your double chin, to go around places like your cheek, your head. This will hold that seal. It has more fabric to hold that seal. Again, the entire time that I was wearing this, it never once fogged up. I've put on gas mask respirators before, and as soon as you put them on, you can't see nothing. The military gas mask respirators are trash because of that reason. Yes, MOP level 3, MOP level 4, terrible when you can't see what's in front of you. It wasn't too hot when wearing this, so that helps prevent against that fog buildup. Hopefully you guys could hear me all right when I was talking in this thing. I don't know, I'll figure out post-edit. This canister explaining what the chemical is. So before you buy it, you can read, okay, I work with benzene. I should probably have this. I work with alcohols. This will work for me. That way before you buy it, you can look and see what it does and make sure it works for you before purchasing and wasting your money. I also like the fact that this is a 40mm full face respirator. So all you have to do is find your local hookup at the Army Navy surplus store, and you can buy a couple of these that are actually worth NBC, nuclear, biological, chemical, if that's something you're interested in, or Parcil Safety has NBC cartridges. If NBC is not something that you are afraid of, hey, stick with the chemicals. This is going to get you through most situations. Now, when shouldn't you use this respirator? If it is a oxygen depleted environment, i.e. a fire, this is not going to help you fight that fire. It might help you exit the fire, and that way you don't breathe in some of those chemicals, but don't sit around wearing this thinking, yep, I'm good because I have a respirator on and there's carbon monoxide and fire and a low oxygen level. I'm good to go. Low oxygen respirators don't work. You're still breathing, but if there's no oxygen to breathe, blocking the particulates is not going to matter. We do have a discount code. I will put it on the screen right here. I do not get a kickback from using my discount code. That is all for you guys. If you are interested in this one, you go to the Parcil website, you go to Survivalist, and you will find it. The ST-100X. If you are interested in a NBC respirator and cartridge, they have those. If you are interested in a half face respirator, they have those. So again, it didn't fog up. It wasn't uncomfortable to wear. I could breathe very easily. We'll see how the voice sounds. I had 200 degrees field of vision. What's not to love? So again, guys, head over to Parcil Safety. Check out their respirators, ST-100X, under the survivalist category. That's all I got for today's video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Let me know how you like the new setup. Good, bad, indifferent. Alright guys, hope y'all have a great day. T2 out.